Here's a painful truth. Most SUV owners learn too late. One unnoticed spill in the cargo area can quietly erase hundreds or even thousands from your resale value. Mud, milk, plant soil, wet dogs. It doesn't matter. Once that factory carpet absorbs it, you're fighting stains, smells, and mildew forever. And yet, this is the most abused part of the vehicle. So today, we're fixing that mistake. We're breaking down the A6 best trunk liners for SUVs, comparing custom-fit TPE liners, heavy-duty, trim-to-fit mats, and even a full-coverage leather option that flips the game entirely. These are not equal products, and choosing wrong can cost you. We're starting with value picks and working our way up to the #1 must-have cargo protector. Stick around, because the differences really matter. All the links are in the description. Check them out after the video. 6. CARTIST All-Weather Cargo Liner, Toyota RAV4 Custom Fit. Let's kick things off with a liner that punches way above its price, especially if you drive a Toyota RAV4. The CARTIST All-Weather Cargo Liner is a custom-fit TPE mat designed specifically for RAV4 models, and right away, that gives it a huge advantage over universal options like the BDK or Motor Trend mats further up this list. Instead of trimming and hoping for the best, this liner drops straight in and hugs the cargo floor precisely, sealing off edges where dirt and liquid usually sneak through. Made from odorless, non-toxic TPE, the same class of material used by premium brands, it offers excellent flexibility, grip, and durability across hot summers and freezing winters. Compared to universal rubber mats, the CARTIST creates a true bathtub effect with raised lips that actually trap spills instead of letting them creep underneath. Is it as thick or aggressively textured as something like WeatherTech? Not quite, but here's the thing. It delivers about 95% of that performance at a much lower price. That's why it's such a strong value pick. Against trim-to-fit mats, the CARTIST wins on looks, fit, and spill containment every time, but it does lose to thicker rubber mats when it comes to absorbing heavy impacts from tools or equipment. You might also need to let it sit in the sun for a bit after unboxing, so it fully relaxes into shape. Still, for RAV4 owners who want clean, seamless protection without paying premium brand money, this is one of the smartest choices you can make. Custom fit or nothing? Where do you stand? Drop your thoughts in the comments. CARxion 5. BDK Heavy Duty Rubber Cargo Mat Liner. Universal Trim to Fit. If the CARTIST is about precision, the BDK Heavy Duty Rubber Cargo Mat is about brute force. This thing is thick, wide, and unapologetically rugged. Designed as a universal trim-to-fit liner, it works in almost any SUV, truck, or van, making it a great fallback when custom-fit options aren't available. What really sets the BDK apart from both the CARTIST and Motor Trend mats is sheer thickness. At a 1/4 inch thick, it absorbs impacts better than thinner TPE liners, which matters if you haul tools, hardware, or heavy equipment. Compared to the Motor Trend FlexTough, the BDK feels more industrial and less refined, but also more resistant to dents and compression. That said, because it's universal, edge protection is where it falls behind custom-fit liners. Liquids can still find their way around the edges if you're dealing with a major spill, something the CARTIST, CARxion, or LASFIT would handle far better. The upside is flexibility. You cut it to fit your space, and you're done. Cleanup is simple. Pull it out, hose it down, and move on. It doesn't care about mud, oil, or grime. Compared to leather options like the BisonCover, it's nowhere near as stylish, but it's also far cheaper and far less delicate. This mat is for people who value thickness, durability, and low cost over appearance and precision. So let me ask you, would you rather have perfect edges or maximum cushion? Tell me below. CarGearsPro 4. Motor Trend Premium FlexTough All Protection Cargo Mat. Sitting right between brute force and refinement is the Motor Trend FlexTough Cargo Mat. Like the BDK, it's a universal trim-to-fit option, but the philosophy here is different. Instead of thickness, Motor Trend focuses on material flexibility and long-term durability in extreme temperatures. The FlexTough polymer resists cracking and curling better than cheaper rubber mats, especially in very hot or cold climates. Compared to the BDK, it's easier to handle, easier to trim, and lays flatter in more vehicles. The surface design is also more advanced, using deep channels and traction patterns that do an excellent job keeping groceries, luggage, and gear from sliding around, something even some custom-fit mats struggle with. Against the CARTIST or CARxion, it can't match that sealed edge containment, but it does outperform them when it comes to universal compatibility and anti-slip performance. This mat is ideal if you switch vehicles often, don't want to commit to a model-specific liner, or need something reliable without paying custom-fit prices. It's not as thick as the BDK, and it doesn't look as clean as TPE liners, but it's a strong middle ground option that balances cost, flexibility, and durability really well. Have you ever had a mat bunch up or slide under breaking? I'd love to know which design you trust more. First, 3. CARxion Cargo Trunk Liner, Jeep Grand Cherokee Custom Fit. Now, we're officially into premium territory. The CARxion Cargo Trunk Liner is a custom-fit TPE mat built specifically for the Jeep Grand Cherokee. And the difference compared to universal liners is immediate. It locks into place, follows every contour, and seals off the edges completely. No trimming, no guessing. Compared to the Motor Trend or BDK mats, this offers far superior spill, containment, and a cleaner, factory-installed look. The TPE material is lightweight, odor-free, and flexible, making it easier to remove and clean than heavy rubber mats while still offering excellent grip and durability. Against the CARTIST, the CARxion is very similar in philosophy, custom fit, raised lips, strong value, but tailored for a different SUV segment. It doesn't cover sidewalls or seatbacks like the BisonCover, but it's better at pooling liquids and debris on the floor. Compared to a LASFIT, which we'll get to next, CARxion is slightly less refined in edge height and flexibility, but still delivers outstanding protection for daily use, pets, outdoor gear, and road trips. If you own a Grand Cherokee and want custom-fit protection without paying luxury brand pricing, this is a near-perfect balance of performance and cost. So what matters more to you, brand name or real-world protection? Traverse 2. BisonCover Heavy-Duty Leather SUV Cargo Liner. This is where things change completely. The BisonCover Leather Cargo Liner doesn't compete directly with rubber or TPE mats. It plays a different game. Instead of just protecting the floor, it protects everything. Floor, sidewalls, and even the back of your folding seats. Compared to LASFIT or CARxion, which create a sealed tray on the floor, the BisonCover creates a full protective shell. That makes it unbeatable for pet owners, families, and anyone constantly hauling messy gear. Muddy paws? No problem. Scratched seat backs? Not happening. The waterproof PU leather surface wipes clean effortlessly and doesn't trap hair or odors like textured rubber. Against universal mats like BDK and Motor Trend, it's in a completely different league in terms of coverage and aesthetics. The trade-off is structure. Because it's flexible, it doesn't pool liquids the same way a rigid TPE liner does. Instead, it spreads protection everywhere. It also costs more, but you're paying for coverage, not just material. If your SUV doubles as a family hauler or dog transport, this might actually protect your resale value more than any floor-only liner ever could. Would you trade a tray-style mat for full coverage protection? Think about it. CarGearsPro 1. LASFIT Cargo Mat, Nissan Rogue Custom Fit. And now, the top spot. The LASFIT Cargo Mat earns number 1 because it does everything right. Custom fit using 3D laser scanning, made from 100% pure TPE, and designed to sit perfectly flat without curling. This is what a trunk liner should be. Compared to CARxion and CARTIST, LASFIT uses a slightly more flexible TPE blend, making it easier to install, remove, and clean, especially in cold weather. The raised edges are tall and firm, creating the best spill containment of any rigid liner on this list. Against universal mats, it's not even a contest. No trimming, no gaps, no sliding. Against the BisonCover, LASFIT wins in liquid pooling and floor protection, while losing in total surface coverage. And here's the real reason it takes number 1, price to performance. LASFIT delivers near-premium brand quality without the premium brand markup. For Nissan Rogue owners who want long-term protection, easy maintenance, and maximum resale value preservation, this is the smartest buy on the list. It's not just protection, it's insurance for your interior. So there you have it, 6 trunk liners, 6 very different philosophies. Universal rubber mats give you thickness and flexibility. Custom fit TPE liners give you precision and spill control. And the leather option gives you unmatched coverage and style. If you want the best overall balance, LASFIT takes the crown. But the right choice depends on how you actually use your SUV. Now, I want to hear from you. Custom fit or universal? Rubber or TPE? Full coverage or tray-style protection? Drop your pick in the comments. If this breakdown helped you protect your ride, hit that like button, subscribe for more honest gear comparisons, and don't forget, all the links are in the description. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.